You good? Yes, sir. Yep.
Here, Indiana move. We from Indiana, we from Indiana move. I'm an Indiana move.
Touchdown! I-N-D-Y! And he lost the ball. There's a fumble. Who's got it? The officials say the Colts do.
Great team win, baby!
Drops it way downfield, intercepted, coming forward and making the INT for the Colts in the back end. To see the Colts win Super Bowl.
Hey, win on three! 1, 2, 3, win!
Welcome to another episode of For the Culture Cast. I'm your host, Marcus Sniffles, and today we're going to be talking about a future lifetime Colt, a potential quarterback of the future, and a player that is on this roster that might need to be cut today for something dumb that he said. And we're going to wish the AFC South a happy Father's Day. And if you're a father and you're watching this video, happy Father's Day to you. I hope you enjoyed your day. Today we are recording this on Father's Day, so shout out to all the dads out there. But we drop videos on this channel every Monday, 8 o'clock in the morning. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos. So the lifetime Colts thing, we're going to talk about that real quick. So previously we talked about Jonathan Taylor being in the last year of his deal and if we should extend him, maybe sign and trade, or just let him test free agency and see what happens. Today we're going to talk about Quenton Nelson. Quenton Nelson is also in the final year of his deal. Multiple-time Pro Bowler, multiple-time first-team All-Pro. He is on track to being a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Like, we've got to kind of get out of this thing of saying a player is a first-ballot Hall of Famer because Bill Belichick wasn't a first-ballot Hall of Famer. So let's just say Quenton Nelson is on track to becoming a potential first-ballot Hall of Famer. In my eyes, he should be a Colt for life. He has done everything that he is supposed to do. He has lived up to his draft status. He is overproduced for his position. And he is still, as long as he's been in the league, he's still, at the very least, on his worst day, Quenton Nelson is a top 5 guard in the NFL. And he's been that since the day he stepped into the league. Now, if you look at the projected contract that he could get, I've seen 3 years, $90 million, which is $30 million a year for a guard. My opinion, no question. And you could put any number in there and I don't have a problem with it. Put 4 years, $100 million, 5 years, $200 million. I don't care. Whatever Quenton Nelson wants, he should get. And if Quenton Nelson is of the belief that, you know what, I'm going to play the season out and see how things go. And if we suck this season, and he says, you know what, maybe I want to go play for LA and protect Justin Herbert, or I want to take a pay cut and play for the Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs. You put so much money in front of him that he cannot turn it down. You overpay to keep Quenton Nelson. I don't care what you got to do. Whatever amount of money it will take. If he needs a private jet, a private chef, his own coaching staff, whatever it is that he needs, whatever Quenton Nelson wants, he has done enough to deserve that, and he should be a Colt for life. Overpay him. I don't care. But I don't want to see 56 in another team's jersey. Point blank, period. Quenton Nelson is the only offensive lineman that has his own signature play. Like, if you type in Quenton Nelson's name in YouTube, you will get offensive lineman highlights. I didn't know that offensive linemen had highlights until Quenton Nelson came to Indianapolis. When he pulls out in front of Jonathan Taylor on those sweeps, that's automatic. That play has never failed to produce. Every time. It's always a big run. And you can just watch Quenton Nelson. He dominates. Give that guy what he wants. Quenton Nelson should never wear another uniform for the rest of his career. You made it this far. If you have not liked the video at this point, what are you waiting for? Just like the video. Hit the like button right now. I'm talking to you. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and drop a comment. All that stuff. This is a threat, not a threat, a warning, but it could be a threat. Just do it. So this next thing I want to talk about is I'm not a big college football guy, but I do, I am locked in on sports. So I know about this Brendan Sorsby controversy. He was going to be the Texas Tech quarterback. He played in Cincinnati. He had like a crazy gambling scandal where he was betting on his team, betting on other games, betting on his team to win, and betting on his team's unders and his own personal stats, all kinds of things. And I tried not to get into all that stuff. Like, if you want to gamble responsibly, I guess. But as long as you're producing on the field, it's hard for me to kind of look at somebody and say, hey, this guy doesn't deserve to play in the NFL or doesn't deserve to play in college. Like, but I don't make the rules. He decided to, I guess the legal route was a little bit too much to deal with. And he's like, you know what, I'll just go to the supplemental draft. And there's people saying that maybe the Colts should take a look at him. And I looked at his film. I watched some of his stuff on YouTube. And the kid can fling the ball. Like, he's got some zip on his passes. And he's like a legit threat with his legs. I can't remember what sports show I was listening to, but they compared him to if Kyler Murray was 6'2", that's Brendan Sorsby. And that's a crazy comparison to make, but when you watch him, like, I can kind of see it. Like, he is extremely mobile. You can see the arm talent. But watching him, I would have liked to seen him perform or play against like higher level competition, like SEC teams or teams that were in the college football playoffs. He didn't really play a lot of competitive players or NFL level talent while he was at Cincinnati. Now, in Texas Tech, he probably would have had an opportunity to play against better teams and better competition and show that he's a better prospect. Because at this point, if he would have entered the NFL draft, say this past season, he would have probably been an early third round pick, maybe could have snuck into the second round. And if you listen to like draft scouts and people that do combines and college football analysts, based on the schedule that he would have had at Texas Tech and the competition he would have played against, he could sneak into the first round this coming draft. Now, obviously, we don't have a first round pick in this upcoming season's draft because we traded two of them for Sauce Gardner. So if you're telling me that, in the supplemental draft, we can give up like a third or a fourth for a quarterback that could potentially be a first round pick, I understand why this team and other teams would be interested in taking a flyer on him, because you could possibly get, maybe not, I don't see a franchise quarterback when I watch him, but I do see a starting level caliber quarterback, like maybe a Tyler Shuck type player or a high-end Baker Mayfield kind of guy, like if Baker Mayfield was a little bit bigger and faster, then that's what Brendan Sorsby could be. And I understand, like, if I can get that in the supplemental draft and I don't have to spend a first round pick or even a second round pick to get that, that's not a bad deal. But this Colts regime cannot do that. They can't do that. I would probably do it based on this roster because I'm not a 100% believer in Daniel Jones. Like, I'm not sure if I fully believe in that 8-2 start that we had with him. I wasn't big on him when they brought him in. I wasn't big on him when they named him the starter. I also wasn't big on Riley Leonard's draft tape. He obviously played well against Houston, but if you told me that we could either have Riley Leonard or Brendan Sorsby, I would take Brendan Sorsby because I think Brendan Sorsby is a better prospect. I think his ceiling is a lot higher while being younger and more athletic and a bigger arm. But this regime can't take him. Chris Ballard is entering year 10. We don't have time to start the cycle over again at quarterback. And you're also the guy that got rid of Isaiah Rodgers, who is a proven productive player for gambling on our team to win. You got rid of that guy, and he went on to win a Super Bowl. So you can't bring that guy in. Shane Steichen, I believe Shane Steichen is I think he's a great offensive play caller. I think he's a top 10 play caller, and you could probably make an argument that he's a top 5 play caller. We've had a top 10 scoring offense 2 out of the 3 years that he's been here. But it doesn't seem like he is able to develop quarterbacks. Like, he got a lot out of Gardner Minshew. He got a lot out of Joe Flacco. He clearly got a lot out of Daniel Jones, but those are already established, ready-made quarterbacks. He wasn't able to do that with Anthony Richardson. So maybe Brendan Salisbury is a little bit further along in his development than Anthony Richardson was coming out of the draft. But right now, I just don't see us bringing in another young quarterback in the circus that is surrounding him at this point. Like I said, I would go to his pro day and I would watch. And if you told me that he looks good, knowing that Daniel Jones is basically on a 1-year prove-it deal that we can get out from under within a year, and Chris Ballard might be out after this season, if we, have a regime change and start fresh over this offseason, I think it would be nice to have a potential first-round talent at quarterback on the roster going forward, since we don't have our own first-round pick.
Who's your favorite all-time athlete, J.O.?
I think it won't be hard for people to guess that. LeBron James, man. I'm just be honest.
And I also want to talk about Jonathan Owens, who we brought in during free agency to be one of our safeties and special teams guys. I think he needs to be cut, and I think he needs to be cut right now. He got asked who his favorite athlete was of all time, and he said LeBron James. Now me, I'm a LeBron guy. LeBron's the GOAT. He's the king, best basketball player of all time. I will defend LeBron James to the end of time. I don't care. He's number one. And I get why anybody would say that LeBron James is number one. But Jonathan Owens can't say that. Whenever anybody asks you who your favorite athlete is of all time, you say the person that you sleep with every night, your wife, Simone Biles. 11-time medalist, 7-time gold medalist. That is your answer. If you ask Bam Adebayo, who's your favorite basketball player of all time? Asia Wilson is the right answer. Jay-Z, who's your favorite singer of all time? Beyonce is the right answer. Jonathan Owens cannot go out here in public and say his favorite athlete is LeBron James when he is married to Simone Biles. You just can't do that. That's not good decision-making skills. And I don't know if I can trust somebody that says something that dumb. That is dumb. And privately, I believe you, dog. I'm with you. I would say LeBron James too, but you gotta think. Who am I married to? Who is the breadwinner in my family? Why do people, like my sister knows who Jonathan Owens is, and she don't watch football. She knows who Travis Kelce is because of who he's dating. She knows who Stephon Diggs is because of who he's dating. And she knows who Jonathan Owens is because of who he's married to. Simone Biles is the reason why a lot of people know who you are. Your favorite athlete from here going forward, Simone Biles. And that's not even, it's not like I'm talking about an athlete that's just okay, that maybe won 1 or 2 medals and is all right. Simone Biles is arguably the greatest not even American, the greatest Olympian of all time, of everybody that's performed in the Olympics. Simone Biles might be the best ever. Ever. They have to make rules to adjust to what she could do because nobody else could do it. She is that great. And I get it. It's LeBron. I get it, dog. You want to look good in front of LeBron, but you don't live with LeBron. You live with Simone Biles. Say Simone Biles next time, please, for your sake. Because if Lou Anarumo happens to see that, I wouldn't be shocked if he questions your judgment also. And before we end this video, make sure you guys, if you made it this far, like the video, drop a comment on what you guys think about Brendan Salisbury and Quenton Nelson's contract. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to build this thing up every Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're dropping videos. But I just want to wish a sincere happy Father's Day to the AFC South. But Titans fans, make sure you guys send Shane Steichen a Father's Day card because he is your daddy. He is 6-0 against you guys. You guys should be celebrating your father on this day. Texans fans, if you have not told T.Y. Hilton Happy Father's Day today, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You know T.Y. Hilton likes to come to Houston once a year and remind you who your daddy is. So go find him on IG. Tell him Happy Father's Day. Jaguars fans, make a Super Bowl before you talk to me. And I'll see you on the next one. Go Colts.
COLTure.